All right, good morning. This is Mr. Cranier. Talking about benchmark 21. It's a review. Should take about maybe 5 minutes. In this particular case, you want to solve for x. So the first thing you want to do is just make sure you go ahead and find your hypotenuse. So let me see if I can work that out with you guys. Directly opposite your right angle. So this will be your hypotenuse, and then in this case, this is going to be hypotenuse is going to be your C value, and this is going to be your A or B value. Doesn't matter. Just make sure you pick one or the other. And this is going to be your B value, and then don't forget to set up your Pythagorean theorem. A squared B squared equals C squared. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to go over this, and then you're going to either pick A, B, C, or D. All right, as we continue our benchmark 21 review using the Pythagorean theorem, once again, I would like you guys to go ahead and label your A, label your B, label your C. And again, I always label the C, so here goes across from the right angle. It's going to be your hypotenuse, or your C value. And it doesn't really matter, the 38 or 13 is your legs, so you can either label it A or B. In this case, I'm going to label 38A and 13B. Okay, just like the previous problem, just make sure you do your Pythagorean theorem. A squared B squared equals C squared. Substitute your values for A, B, and C, and then don't forget to square root this. If you have any questions, please let me know. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, with number 4 on this benchmark 21 review for the Pythagorean theorem, it's asking you determine whether the set of numbers can be the measures of the sides of a triangle. If so, classify the triangle as an acute, obtuse, or right. 16, 30, 33. So the first thing when you look at all three of those values is which one is your biggest value. So in this case, it's pretty much in order. This will be our C value. And then I'll set this up. This is either my A or B. Same thing here. And hopefully you guys still remember what the terms for the acute triangle, obtuse triangle, and the right triangle are. If you did forget about it, you can again use the 21 notes on Classroom, or you can look at the anchor chart in the back of the classroom. All right. So just for our sake, the acute triangle looks like this: A squared, B squared, and in this case, it has to be greater than your C squared for it to be acute. For it to be obtuse, we're going A squared, B squared has to be less than your C squared. And for your right triangle, you're going to set this up the same way we've been setting up: A squared, B squared equals C squared. So what I will do here is I'll substitute the A squared, B squared, C squared. If it's greater, it's acute. If it's less than, it's obtuse. And if it's equal, it's right. So you should have a little bit of time doing this. Enjoy, and make sure you get the right answer before moving on. All right. Thank you. All right, last question in our review for benchmark 21. All right, which of the following are the lengths of an acute triangle? All right, so what I like you guys first to do is make sure you understand what the definition of an acute triangle is, especially with the sides. So there goes my acute, there goes my triangle, and the definition for acute triangle is A squared plus b squared, and it has to be greater than c squared. Okay? Now you can use your notes, you can use the anchor chart in the back. So in this particular case, for letter A, what I'll do is make sure I first find out what the C value is. So in this case, this will be your C value, not your A or B. Remember, your hypotenuse is always the biggest number. So I'll identify the C value. You could put down your A or your B value. Substitute those values. If it's greater than, it's acute. I'll do the same thing here. Identify what the C value is. Plug in your A and B. Some of you guys may not like that half. Just kind of convert that to 7.5. And that will work for you. There goes my daughter in the background. Again, in this case, 2.5 will be your C value. Plug in your A and B. And for letter D, there goes your C. Whatever satisfies, whatever makes it greater than, that's going to be your acute triangle. All right? Have fun, and make sure you get this one correct before moving on. All right? Thanks for partaking in this review.